This is the Cholo News Report for Saturday 10 February 2018. The United States government runs out of funding for the second time this year, prompting another government shutdown. Pressing the issue further, Ms. Pelosi and the next two highest-ranking House Democrats sent a letter to Mr. Ryan, noting their desire for the government to remain open, and imploring him to make a public statement about the scheduling of a vote on legislation to protect young undocumented immigrants who are now shielded from deportation by the Obama-era Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, or DACA. The run-up to the House vote, when passage was no foregone conclusion, highlighted the divisions within the Democratic caucus over how hard to push on the issue of immigration as Congress prepares to turn its focus to the politically volatile subject. The text of the deal, stretching more than 600 pages, was released late Wednesday night, revealing provisions large and small that would go far beyond the basic budget numbers. A comprehensive budget deal is later passed by Congress in the early hours of the morning, and is signed into law by President Trump. Just how many Democrats would come on board was a key question up until the final moments, as liberals were unhappy about the bill not addressing immigration, and conservatives opposed the increased spending. It remained unclear Friday morning whether that effort would be enough, however, to placate an angry base about the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals policy being left out of the deal after months of pressing to have it included. Turkey arrests 17 leaders of the left-wing People's Democratic Party for opposition to the ongoing Afrin offensive. The YPG is designated by Ankara as a terrorist group, and an extension of the Kurdistan Workers' Party, which has waged a 3-decade-old insurgency on Turkish soil, in which more than 40,000 people have been killed. Researchers at the University of Edinburgh announce they have successfully brought prepubescent soused, immature human egg cells to maturity in a laboratory for the first time. The work is significant because it may allow the harvesting and preservation of eggs from young girls undergoing toxic cancer treatment, before their lifetime reservoirs of those cells are destroyed. It requires carefully controlling laboratory conditions including oxygen levels, hormones, proteins that simulate growth and the medium in which the eggs are cultured. Work on mouse eggs, which was nailed 20 years ago, showed the technology could be used to produce live animals. Women can freeze matured eggs, or even embryos if they are fertilized with a partner's sperm, before starting treatment, but this is not possible for girls with childhood cancers. Can complete oocyte development be achieved from human ovarian tissue containing primordial lunar follicles and grown in vitro, in a multi-step culture to meiotic maturation, demonstrated by the formation of polar bodies and a metaphase II spindle? Other groups have demonstrated the developmental potential of growing isolated human multiluminal follicles in vitro. The main objective of this study was to ascertain the ability of an in vitro system to support growth of immature human oocytes within the ovarian cortex to achieve a state of differentiation approaching that of a meiotically competent ovum. As predicted, asteroid 2018 CB, estimated to be between 15 and 40 meters. The newly discovered space rock will pass within 39,000 miles of Earth on Friday evening GMT. On Tuesday, an asteroid passed within 114,000 miles, slightly more than halfway to the Moon. In the meantime, astronomers are on the lookout for asteroids lurking in the cosmic shadows. The 23rd Winter Olympic Games starts in Pyeongchang, South Korea. It marks the first time that South Korea has hosted the Winter Olympics.